So that when it first started, it's like, woo!
Oh yeah.
And then there's
You know what? It's ingrained in my brain. I was just doing Kodokan's fucking tower this morning.
Does it just go ooh spooky spooky spooky?
No, it just does like a opera type intro right when
when you fight the gargoyles in Dark Souls.
but it's more one lady.
That's cool. I like that. That's a good cold open.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going.
Oh well.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Level With You show. We have no cameras this week, but thanks for sticking with us in the audio-only format. Our producer/seducer, Tyler Hadley, is down in Texas this week, so hope he's having fun down there. And we don't have really a setup for the video. So anyway, here we are. I'm joined today by Kenny Castro.
What's up, guys? Here we are.
As well as Anthony Duart.
I hope you brought sunscreen, Tyler. Don't burn.
All right, so it's been a week since, E3 is officially over. It's been a week since the conferences. We've had some more time to digest what we saw, think about the things we liked most, some things we were disappointed by. But we're going to get back into the swing of things with more of a regular episode, touch on some stuff that we've been playing. So what about you guys? Play anything good this week?
I've been going through Moon. Still been playing through Pokemon Ultra Moon. Getting farther in that. So I'm just hoping to beat that at least before Sword and Shield comes out.
Nice.
What did I start? I picked back up Final Fantasy Dissidia NT. Gave that a shot. Put it down immediately afterwards.
What is that one?
It's like in Japan. It originally came out as like an arcade fighter in Japan, but it was like kind of like a 3D arena brawler on the PSP. The first two iterations of it, and this one it came out and didn't really do so hot over here in the States. It kind of like flopped. It was down to like $20 within the first like year of release, and now I'm pretty sure it's free to play. Yeah, it's like a 3D like arena fighting game almost. You kind of have like 360 almost, but it's like bigger arenas. You can dash towards enemies you lock on. The maps are like surprisingly large for like a big fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets a little chaotic. It's kind of like Power Stone. They do drop like little crystals that you have to go and beat up to summon your summon, or like your big assist guy that drops down and just will like mess up the other team and give you like a little bit of an advantage. And if you knock out any character on the opponent's team 3 times in a regular match, then your team wins.
Gotcha.
So it's interesting. It just there's no story mode.
What are you playing that on?
PS4.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's also free to play now. It did so bad. I think they just made it go like totally free to play, or they had plans for it. I'm pretty sure in the near future.
And you don't recommend it?
I mean, if you're a really like hardcore dedicated Final Fantasy fan and you like fighting games, or you have played the other two on PSP, then I'd say go for it.
So what do you like playing as Tidus versus Squall versus Yuna?
Pretty much, yeah. You have that. You can make this one's like Team of 3, so it's kind of like almost Marvel vs. Capcom-esque. They have all the heroes and villains, not all the heroes and villains, but a huge like majority of them from all the way back from Final Fantasy 1 to, I want to say like, there's definitely 15. There's even some from 14 like online.
Wow. I can't believe that I don't know about this game.
It's interesting. I mean, I'll let you borrow it if you ever want to. I have the disc. I got the physical copy for like $20.
Well, if it's Christmas. Free, I don't need to let.
That's true. That's very true.
Way ahead of you.
That's exactly. See, that's the best part about a free-to-play game. Speaking of which, I downloaded Dauntless. Haven't played that yet.
Okay.
I don't want to wait in queues. I'm kind of scared.
Is it still at that point where you have to do that?
I haven't tried. I was too scared. I didn't want to boot it up and be like, oh, I can't play.
I doubt it's still there, but yeah, I think that's still doing all right. So, Kenny, this week we had Shang Tsung coming to the Mortal Kombat 11. Have you doing some good prep work, getting ready?
I've been playing some MK here and there, getting myself ready, but keeping loose just in case, And the Combat League is out actually at the same time as Shang Tsung, so that's interesting as well. I don't know if you saw the trailer for it.
No, can you explain what it is a little bit?
So it's seasons. It's seasons for Mortal Kombat Online. So they will be dropping exclusive skins that you can only get by ranking up in the seasons.
Huh.
Is it free? Is it free?
Yes, it's a free update. So we'll be hopefully.
So there's not like a battle pass.
No battle
That's
pass. Good. So we should be able to hop into it today when we do our Shang Tsung trial and error.
Trial and error run.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys have been stoked on him.
Yes, he looks amazing. And the skins that they dropped for Noob Saibot and Scorpion and Sub-Zero, the classic MK1-2 skins, they look amazing.
So what I guess I had misunderstood a little bit. So when I heard Combat League, I just assumed that this was the ranked mode where everybody's going to be playing that is actually really good. And it kind of is.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
So if you lose, are you penalized?
So you'll go down in rank, yes.
Okay.
So you'll go down in rank, but the good thing is that at the end of the season, you'll get rewarded for the highest rank that you reached, not
Okay.
your current rank.
That's cool. It's like Hearthstone, kind of
So,
online kind of.
so even if
brawlers.
you get to the 4th rank and by the end of the season you only are 2nd rank, because of losses, you still get rewarded for making up to rank 4.
Okay, so if are there tiers like level 5 you unlock this Shao Kahn skin? Is that how it is?
That's what it's looking like. So like rank 8, rank 6 or whatever the ranks are. The trailer didn't really go into detail how the ranks will be, if it's numbered or if it's by name,
Because
the name to it.
The thing that is appealing about stuff in Fortnite or something is you can be pretty lousy at the game, but if you have the battle pass, you're still getting cool stuff if you play it enough.
Well, you pay for the battle pass too, so
True.
of course you should get stuff. But this is a free update. So,
Yeah, good point.
the good thing about it is that I say so many people are going to be doing it. You're bound to at least rank up once. As long as you're decent.
Yeah.
You'll pull off a win or two.
It's funny whenever you are playing somebody in MK11 and you can tell that you're pretty evenly matched, and then if they beat you, they're so excited to hit retry because they want to finally get that win again.
That's awesome.
Trying to squeeze that second win in right away.
Yeah.
That's usually the opposite of when I play like Smash Online or anything. If we're fighting somebody or I'm fighting someone online and then you win, they're just like, nope, get out of here. I don't want to fight you again. Yeah. That was a lot on like the Wii U, and I'd go play it online.
Okay.
People usually didn't like to rematch unless they were just smoking you. Then they're like, yeah, okay, I'll fight you again.
We'll keep going, right?
I'll mess you up with King DDD's down B. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
So what characters you been liking lately?
I'm still sticking to my guns. I still, I think last time I was playing, I brought my little cousin over to the house. And he was like, oh, he was bragging. He was like, oh, I'm beating all my friends whenever we hang out, doing this. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, here, grab a PS4 controller.
Let me give you a taste of what the real world feels like.
Exactly.
This is what bills are like.
I was like, I felt bad for him. You could see I was demoralizing him.
Oh
Like
my
I was
God.
like, okay, you could play the Towers of Time if you want. Like I'll go clean.
You can feel better.
I'll go clean the kitchen and make dinner for us.
But remember, you're gonna get older, and then you'll get this good. But right now, I'm gonna beat you.
Oh yeah, he's 18. So imagine but I'm like,
It's reality.
It's like almost
had to hit him
prime
with
pro gamer age.
yeah,
MLG.
So you
and
got no excuse.
And I can't bullshit. I can't hang with him when it comes to League of Legends. He's into that, but I got his number when it comes to fighting games.
There
I
you
told
go.
him, I was like, he was like, oh, I'm gonna use, Jackie or whatever. I'm like, cool. So that's your main. I'm like, okay, Johnny Cage your main. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna use Sub-Zero then. And anybody that seen me play with Sub-Zero knows that I am spamming the fuck out of you with those freezes and just uppercuts and I'm in your face at all times. So I think he hit me like twice each round, and I was like, yeah,
Goodbye.
I'll take it easy. I'll use another character if anything.
I will say there's nothing more frustrating than in a fighting game getting caught in like a combo and then being juggled into the air, then still being caught in a combo, trying to mash a button to be like, okay, I want to recover, or I want to guard, I want to do something.
So the worst part is that there's like I would like to say that there's like a fine window that as you're getting up, if Sub-Zero catches you with another freeze, it's like almost unblockable.
That
You're getting
sucks.
frozen again.
That sucks.
It's
I mean,
like
or you can
very
use one of
small
your-
time frame.
So you get caught in
Very
like a loop
small.
if you
You
time
have
it right.
you have to time it
Or
right.
you can
And-
use a roll away or an escape. But yeah, you can definitely. He's one of the more frustrating characters to fight against.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like so when I'm fighting people, when I time it right, sometimes I think I've caught out of 10 matches with Wiley, I think I caught the timing once right with him. Like it's tough. You know what I mean? Because it's as he's getting up, depending on how far away you gotta gauge it. The freeze is gonna get to him, freeze him while he's getting up. You can't block it, can't roll away. You get him, and then here you are, maybe getting a combo in. Sometimes I just do my basic ones. I'm hitting you once, and then I'm uppercutting you. That's enough damage.
Tyler's like, stop talking about Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
Swear to God.
He's in Texas right now. What the fuck? This is what I do.
Yeehaw,
This is
cowboy.
what happens when I let these guys record without me.
Get up, cowboy, and Mortal Kombat.
So yeah, I've been dipping into that a little bit. I been trying to do some Sonya Blade.
Yes.
So I know that nobody likes the voice actress, but I think she's a really fun character to play as.
No, she's definitely fun. And what I've seen on the tournament circuit and online, she is nasty.
Yeah,
she's
when you
know how to
tier.
use it.
Yeah.
Wow. Like I'm looking at people and I'm like, yeah, you never catch me. I think I would revert, like playing one of these pro players, I would revert into some button mashing. Even though I don't button mash. Like I'd be like just smashing.
It's all a mental
controllers,
game
like,
too, which is the coolest part about fighting games.
I'd
I went
get
to a
fucked
panel
up
at
quick.
PAX, and they're just like the biggest part is just the battle with your mind, because you sit there and you just start getting, if you just start getting laid out, you're gonna be like, oh, I suck. This is terrible. I'm not gonna be able to recover. And then you just start to spiral, which messes up your whole game.
Totally.
I think I fucking spiraled the moment I sat down with a pro player. I'd be
Yep.
like, fuck, what am I doing now?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you start losing, it is true. Your instinct is just to button mash.
I want them to make a fighting game anime. I think that'd be
And
sick.
sometimes it works.
Just like shonen fighting game anime, where it's like some kid who's going to play like Smash Bros or Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, and it's like all the flashbacks of like in his head. He's like, "Oh, this Sentai Kun's got me in a corner. I don't know if I should block his quarter forward, or I should try to do the double jump attack forward to do the fireball roll to beat him to use my hyper gauge."
That'd be. I'd watch that anime.
I would too. That'd be
I
great.
would.
There might even be one out there. I don't
Actually,
even
even
know.
talking about anime, you see that the Jump Force is getting a second season of DLCs.
Oh, they are. No, I really
Yeah.
want to. I really want to pick up Jump
So
Force.
I have it. I haven't really played it, but
What do you have
what
it
for PS4.
Oh, perfect.
Exactly. Right.
I think I know what I'm gonna get on eBay later.
So it's getting fixed up with updates. That's another game that I think one dropped. It wasn't great. I think it's getting fixed up with updates.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I'll let you get all the updates you need.
Yeah, I'm glad
And,
they didn't like just let it die though, because I know there was a bunch of ones that are just like, what was that EA one? We talked about it.
Anthem?
The Anthem, yeah, they kind of
Oh
just let
my
that die.
God.
Like, all right.
That's to be seen, but it's not looking too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot. I think actually, some coworker of mine in Tyler's is trying to convince us to pick up Anthem because he swears by it,
Really.
and he wants us to pick it up at least and check it out for ourselves.
Dude, with Destiny 2 going free to play in the fall,
Ooh,
with
I
Borderlands 3 coming out,
exactly.
Anthem,
And my
That's
and
gonna
my,
go-
and my full backlog that I have, like it's tough.
and there's the Division 2.
And then it's
I do
bad.
wanna check that out.
It's bad because I just keep adding to my backlog. I just got
struggle.
my fiance just got me for Father's Day Devil May Cry 5.
Ooh,
Oh, damn.
So that's another game that I need to beat.
Yeah, it's tough.
Those
It
are
just
fun.
keeps on adding up, and I'm like, I'm
That's tough, man.
up at 2 a.m. like trying to beat these games, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta clear.
I gotta
out
hit
this
the
backlog,
deadline.
You
I
know,
think
like,
you guys have even less self-control than I do as far as getting new games, because
look at how much self-control I have. I have this shelf full of amiibos. You can't see
oh,
it,
yeah.
but
no, yeah, the
this is-
self control is horrible.
I have no self-control.
I'm carrying around my 2DS, trying to just pump in even a couple minutes of Persona Q2.
Yep.
Like I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
trying to pump in
like a good boy should be.
trying to pump in minutes into these games and see what I can beat. You know, I'm trying to clear out some of this backlog.
I think our biggest downfall is we like RPGs too much, and those are games that you have to
fucking
sink
100 hours.
time into.
yeah.
Like, and then I'm over here like, oh shit, you know, Kuni 1 is coming out to the PS4.
Yeah.
I keep
I am
on
so excited
eyeing
about
the
that.
collector's edition at GameStop for part 2. It's down to $100 from 150, and I'm like, shit. I'm like,
All right.
maybe.
So, other thing I've been playing.
What is it?
So as far as we've been sticking with these fighting games, all these DLCs and Destiny, it was nice to play a game that I started playing on Tuesday night and
Yep.
I finished Sunday, and that's Sonic Mania.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
that was good.
So-
the soundtrack,
Oh,
amazing.
soundtrack really is fantastic. And as somebody that's never beaten a Sonic game, there's probably a lot of zones that were sort of recycled in this that I hadn't seen before. But I was truly taken aback by some of the levels in this game. They're just like each one takes. They're much longer than like a Mario level. They take 5 to 10 minutes to complete, and they're so intricate. There's just different paths you can go. There's secrets, and they kind of do the thing, the Celeste thing, where they sort of add a new gameplay element to a lot of the levels. Like, one of the later levels will have these sort of spheres that as soon as you jump onto the sphere, you'll sort of 3D be moving around it, and then you launch yourself off with the momentum. I know that's kind of hard to visualize, but it does a really cool job of keeping introducing things from a gameplay perspective at a steady clip. So where each zone feels really unique. Each zone has 2 levels. I will say it's a little old school in the fact that if you die, if you lose your 3 lives, which is what you default start with, like at the end of the second zone or the second level of the zone, it's pretty frustrating to have to start, 1 or almost 2 levels back. But I came to appreciate it because it made me play these levels like sometimes 2, 3, 4 times before I was able to finish them. So you can sort of explore the various paths that you can take. You really kind of have to concentrate and not let yourself make silly mistakes, so you can save a couple lives for the boss. The bosses are way more intricate and sort of visually impressive than I thought they were going to be. So, like, for real, I would give this game like a 9 out of 10. And I'm not a Sonic fan. It was really excellent.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I'm terrible at Sonic games, and I still, like, when you said Flying Battery Zone, I have nightmares about that because I was so bad at that level. I got stuck on it. I was probably stuck on that, like, level because I pick it up every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for maybe I'd give it, like, 2 shots, and then I would just, all my lives gone, like, in 2 runs on Flying Battery. And I'd be like, all right, I'm going to take another break.
Gotcha.
But those are good. Like, Oil Ocean, I know the mechanic there is like you have to light all the oil on fire or whatever to get off certain parts, or the water in Act 1.
So what they do... you're talking about Mania?
Yeah, Mania, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I think in part 2 of Oil Ocean, it's so like polluted that the screen gets slowly covered up with clouds to the point where eventually you can barely see Sonic and your rings start to drain, but then you like pull on a crank somewhere and it makes all the smoke evaporate, and so you just kind of have to keep moving through the level at a brisk pace.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that the level in Donkey Kong Country 2 where you jump on the seals and it's like the lava water. It's like an underwater level, but you jump on these seals outside of the water and it turns the water from lava to like blue so you can swim in it, but you only have a certain amount of time before it turns red again.
Oh, totally. That's reminding me of something in Mario with like the green and blue. I don't know, but yeah.
Like, yeah, the blocks. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, because you have to... I hate the ones in Mario where you jump and it's like the stupid things, the elevator blocks, whatever. I know they have them in Mario Maker or in the new one. But
Word.
Mania's awesome. What did you think of the bonus levels? Did you do any of those, like the 3D ones?
When I got to them, it took me about halfway through the game before I was competent at them. Like, I think I only ended up... There's 7 or 8 Chaos Emeralds. I only got 2. And
They're hard.
They're hard, yeah, but it's super cool that they incorporated them into the game. I assume they're from Sonic CD or something. I don't really know when those...
I think those are new. I'm not sure. It might be CD, but I think I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that they are like new, and then some of them are probably old because I know they recycled a lot older stages through the game. Because the guy Christian Whitehead who made it, he was originally like a Sonic like fan game maker, and Sonic Mania was really just like a hack for a Sonic ROM, and then they just like picked them up and were like, okay, you're making these great Sonic fan games, like make a Sonic game.
That's awesome.
And sweet. Did you play with the Mania on the network? Did they bring it? Was it Plus so you could play as Mighty?
No. So I'm thinking about picking that up. It's only $5.
It's worth it. It's really cool. They had a whole new mode where it's like you go through the levels, and it is you start off with 2 characters, and then as you go the little midpoints of the stage, you do this little like Dr. Robotnik and Crane game where you can like have a chance of getting another character and he gets put in your stock, and so then you go through the level. When you die, you switch characters to whoever you have left. I don't think you gain another character till you get back to like that midpoint stage.
Cool.
It's pretty neat, but it's for me. I'm bad at platformers, but it was fun.
Cool. So that's still free on PlayStation Plus for the remainder of June, so check that out, guys, if you have not already. What about you, Kenny? Anything else?
Still sticking with Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, weird.
Focusing on that one whenever I'm not. Actually, I just got back into Destiny 2. My older brother's kind of helping me out. Just running some strikes and trying to get me out there, get the light level up, things like that.
So, I guess this is only if you're an annual pass owner, which I am. Actually, the latest season just started last week, and it's called the Season of Opulence. It kind of starts off with somewhat cryptic quests to, go down into this secret, what do they call them? The layers that are hidden throughout the levels, and defeat this Cabal guy.
Hives or nests? Are they like something like that?
To be honest, I'm not... Lost Sectors is what they're called.
Ooh.
So, anyway, once you finally get into the new season, which I thought took a little too long, it takes like, I don't know, an hour to an hour and a half of doing pretty tedious things before you're actually doing the new content, which is called the Menagerie. So the Menagerie is a 6-player matchmaking mode, which they have not had before. It's always been, well, 6-player cooperative PvE, which maybe they did have some sort of with the Prison of Elders. Anyway, I'm babbling. But anyway, it introduces some raid-like mechanics. It's not quite as complex as a raid is, but there is some puzzle solving that each sort of room or arena has. The whole thing is hosted by Callus, who's the final boss from the Leviathan raid, which is back from year 1. He's this guy that sounds like this, and he's all about conquering the greatest of enemies, and are you worthy? And I don't know. He's a fun announcer. And so I went through that. It took a while. I remember the run took like 30-something minutes last night. We did get to the final boss, and I did end up getting a really good legendary sniper rifle.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that, so the game starts you off, or the new expansion, you can really easily get to level 690, and that's what you need to be in order to enter the Menagerie. But the Menagerie, like, as soon as you get through the first area, ranks up to like 700, 720, and it's honestly like a little bit too hard. If you're only 690, you're kind of like getting one shot by knights all the time, and it gets to be a little bit of a bummer. But you can push through it, and I'm holding out hopes that they introduce some more story-related stuff, because I kind of do get into the lore of Destiny 2, and I think that the more set-piece type levels are some of my favorite parts of it. So I hope it's more than just the sort of puzzle horde mode, but may have to wait till fall when Shadowkeep releases for that. So yeah, but it felt good to get back in there, play a game that I love in Destiny 2.
I definitely want to pick it back up again. I'm so deterred by like the hour-long or like 45-minute. I guess then again, I could just be being a baby about like the 45-minute long raids, but I'm sure they're a fun experience.
Dude, the raids are like 5-6 hours.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay, I'm being a baby about 45 minutes, 5 or 6 hours.
I mean,
we spent a long time on the one we tried
and that
a
was
year ago.
That was 1 out of 5 parts of the raid.
That's insane.
So yeah, I mean, the raids take serious dedication. I think that when Last Wish, which was one of the more recent raids, came out, it took something like 20-something hours for like the best Destiny players in the world to beat it.
That's insane. That's very, very long. And are you always, at least when you put that much time and commitment in it, are you at least guaranteed a legendary weapon or some kind of great reward?
Some type of, I mean, you're not guaranteed to get what you want. There's definitely some RNG in there.
Right. But something.
They've done really cool things where if you actually are the first person to do it, which of course none of us ever will be, but you kind of affect the game, as in like the raid team defeated so-and-so in the Last Wish, and this is now happening in the world because of the bravery of the Guardians or whatever.
Okay.
In the Division 2 raid, I know that the first team that beat that, they get like their pictures of their character avatars in the White House forever. So
that's pretty cool. That's nice.
That's really nice.
I definitely do. You have the Division 2?
I do not have Division 2. I was not a fan of the first, and 2 kind of like just with all the other kind of games as a service type things, I don't think that I would
pick it up.
It's too much of a commitment.
Yeah.
Especially being somebody that didn't really enjoy the first.
Yeah, understandable. It looked interesting. I liked the interface to it, and it seemed just from the previews and whatever I saw, but I've only heard like very either really good or really bad things about it. Nothing kind of like, yeah, it's all right. I mean, if you like it, just kind of play it. But everyone's just like, it fucking sucks. There's PvP, people come to kill you. You get all your loot done. The Dark Zones suck.
Oh yeah, I actually, now that you mentioned it, there is something else I've been playing that I do want to touch on. Red Dead Online.
Ooh.
So it got out of beta a few weeks ago. I decided to check it out again, and I was seriously very pleasantly surprised. It's now, I think I've only run into a couple people that just randomly shot me.
That's good.
So you're able to sort of play in a passive mode, and that makes it so players get punished if they kill you, and you're buffed automatically. So it's not really worth it. And there's cool story modes that they're not as engaging as the Arthur Morgan story, but they're well-made cutscenes. it's kind of fun to level up, being able to get new guns and new belt buckles and new hats and outfits.
Cosmetics is key.
Yeah.
You customize your character, people will play it.
For sure. And yeah, so it seems like it has a steady progression. I haven't jumped into the PvP stuff yet, but it's fun playing through these missions with 2 or 3 other, cowboys or cowgirls. That's something that you don't get to do in the single player, of course. And it seems to be working fine now. And if you were a Red Dead 2 fan, it was definitely my game of the year last year, so I had to give this another shot. Even if you weren't a fan of the beta, which I myself I wasn't either, I think now it's definitely worth taking a good look at it again.
To check it out. I've still got to buy the game itself. Waiting for the price to go down a bit and check it out, but
it's in my backlog.
Yep.
I played maybe an hour and a half of it. I'm ashamed to say it.
Yeah, that's
I gotta
sad,
get
man.
around to it.
yeah, I've only heard great things.
I know.
Just don't even buy anything else until you play it. For real.
And let it consume you.
That's difficult. So every other game that's
It's
coming
same.
out that I want to pick up, that's tough.
I know within a week I'll
you'll
just be
get
like,
Crash
"Ooh."
Team Racing on Thursday, and then after that you go back to Red Dead 2. How about that?
That's tough. I get maybe.
Switch it off.
I'm pretty sure that I think Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is coming out next month. The Black
Ooh.
Order. I'm getting that for the
word.
Nintendo Switch.
Well, that's gonna
Yeah.
be good for some content for sure.
Hopefully. And that's 4-player co-op.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we do that one and we do
It's
some
like they
content
had
for
us
that
in
one.
mind when they made it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill some shit with Wolverine. That's all I want.
I'm excited for that. I haven't touched it since there was one on the PSP way back when, the old school one for
they
PS2.
have part 1 and 2 on the 360.
Oh, really?
And PS3, I believe.
Word.
Oh yeah, the Ultimate Alliance.
Yep.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Be cool to go back into it.
All right, so I think everybody's pretty much been all E3'd out. We're not going to be on the cutting edge for that type of coverage, but I did want us to talk about some things that sort of stood out to us that after the slow week that follows E3 that are still sticking out in our minds as things that we're looking forward to more so now that we've gotten a deeper look into them. So, Ant, why don't you tell me a little bit about Daemon X Machina?
That looked pretty good. I think they showcased it. It's either last year as well. I think last year's E3 they kind of had a little bit. It was like a trailer that showed some gameplay, but this year I think they had more gameplay and there was a playable demo. I know that they had released a playable demo a while back on the Switch, and it looked pretty cool. It's just
so it's a Switch exclusive 3D action game.
Mm-hmm. It's like a mech 3D action game. You pilot this customizable mech. You create your little avatar guy. I'm pretty sure it's like a silent protagonist role thing. Choose between a boy or girl, and you're like, oh, okay, you have to go check out this mission to get your license or whatever. I think that at least that was in the demo. It's like, okay, you have to pass this test, which is just a glorified tutorial, and you get you're fully qualified as a hunter. I forget what they call it, but it just looks sweet. I'm a big addict for anything like collectibles, and I love mech games where you just get different parts for your robot and customize them. And the way the action looks is pretty good. Third-person perspective, flying around.
Cel-shaded?
So it does look a little cel-shaded, and I'm a big fan of, at least from what we've seen so far. I got to see the art style, so.
Nice.
I couldn't get into Armored Core. It was really cool. The concept was neat. Same kind of robos, but it was more of a gritty realistic rather than more of an anime cel shaded kind of cartoony art style, which I'm a huge sucker for. So this immediately caught my attention. So I'm excited to check that when it comes out, hopefully soon.
Hell yeah. And Kenny, I know that you didn't quite get your wish of me giving you $200 because a Final Fantasy VIII remake was announced, but you got closer than I would have imagined.
Yes, the remaster. I was betting it all, but I did at least get something.
Yeah.
I'm extremely excited. I think one of the most things I'm excited for. I can't wait to take the seed exam that you do at the beginning.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And that first time you fight Ifrit.
That's game, all I know. I stopped playing after that.
The game is amazing. It starts off great. The fight are great. The junction system, and it just the way they're polishing it up. It's just amazing. It's my childhood back all over again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I can honestly say I think with my attention span I would have struggled having to go back to seeing. Trying to play 8 again with the quality it was on the PS1, but with how polished it's looking, I'm definitely getting back into it.
Yeah, as long as it's a step up from the Steam version, because I bought it.
Oh yeah, the Steam version.
Steam version's terrible. The backgrounds are all they did. They pretty much took all the models from the PlayStation 1 version, smoothed them all out, so there's no pixels. But backgrounds are just horrible, totally pixelated. Look like you're just literally playing over like a piece of paper. It's awful.
Did you see
Wow.
Did you see any the footage from the remaster?
No, I haven't seen any footage
Oh,
yet.
it looks great.
Oh, it does. Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
it looks great.
Thank
It
God.
really does look great. Granted, the CGI cutscenes in that game were amazing to begin with.
Yeah, at the time it was
At
like
the time,
mind
it was
blowing. Yeah,
mind blowing. Like I was just mesmerized with some of the CGI in that game.
yeah. That opening they threw a lot in too because it's just like, oh my
With
God.
with the way that the first CD ends, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was cool.
intense.
I did get that spoiled for me because I watched like a whole plot summary of like every Final Fantasy. I'm like, I want to catch up. Then I was like, oh, I haven't played that far, but I'm probably gonna forget about it by the time it comes out anyway.
Exactly.
Probably.
Yeah. So, what were you excited about, Wiley?
So my personal gameplay that I saw that was most exciting to me was Doom Eternal.
Okay.
I was a big fan of the original, or I should say the reboot that came out in 2016. Hearing Jeff Gerstmann rave about it, also, who's of Giant Bomb, you probably know that if you're listening to this. He had nothing but positive things to say about it, so that's when I decided to kind of take a deep dive into what they showed, and just the new stuff they're adding as far as movement, with being able to sort of grapple and have more platforming stuff that actually seems like it's going to work well and make the levels have more verticality. The fact that you're going to be kind of in your spaceship traveling from heaven to hell to earth to wherever, it seems like they're really going all out, making a super bombastic campaign. It seems like there's some cool ammo type and other things introduced into it that are going to make the combat a little bit more dynamic than the first game. So yeah, that really got me excited, was the stuff they showed about Doom Eternal. And Bethesda in general had a more positive conference, as well as just overall presence at the show, introducing those two new IPs, having as good of a showing of Fallout 76 as they could have hoped to have, I think.
Yeah, nobody really threw anything, so.
No, I mean, it was... so yeah, they're Doom Eternal, as well as, of course, Cyberpunk, which everybody's super stoked on.
Yes.
It just looks absolutely amazing. I guess we're not going to get the gameplay that was shown until, I think they said PAX West.
Yeah, they did. So there's going to be like a full, I think a demo. That's what they said. Like they said, it's going to be there.
So just like last year's E3, we got to hear all the media talking about how amazing the behind closed doors stuff was, and then we saw that several months later. We're not going to have to wait quite as long this time for the gameplay, but something more to look forward to. And we did get a release date for that, April something 2020. So yeah, Doom Eternal, as well as Cyberpunk, and I guess FF7. Those are sort of the big three that stuck out to me.
Oh yeah.
I, being somebody that came to the Final Fantasy series a little bit late as a kid, the first one that I ever beat was 10. I never went back and played much of 7. I think I tried a couple times. I've been thinking about getting it on the Switch, but
It's definitely good buy on the Switch just because it's portable and
I think it's like $15.
yeah, super cheap.
So yeah, for me, that's the things that I took away with the most excitement from. Link's Awakening for the Switch looks really great.
Oh yeah. Like you said, you got me all hyped when we were watching the gameplay earlier, and you turned over. Wiley turns over to me and just looks at me square in the eyes and just goes, "Yeah, but what about the amiibo?" And I was like, "Whoa, I totally forgot about the amiibo."
Yeah, so it's got that great. Everybody keeps calling it toyetic. I
Yeah.
guess that's a new word.
Toyetic. Yeah, I haven't heard about that, but I feel like they're going off the same thing as like Yoshi's Woolly World did. So it's all like the patch. I could see that, which is cool. I wasn't a big fan of like Yoshi's Woolly World, or I mean, the gameplay was cool, but I wasn't really sucked in. I played it a couple times, kind of just forgot about it. But I do like the aesthetic to Link's Awakening, and if keep it like it's like an action figure, kind of like if you go into somebody's basement and they have those huge like Warhammer displays or whatever. It kind of looks like something like that, except somebody put like a whole bunch of plastic polish over everything.
Word. So you guys got anything else, or should we get set up for some Mortal Kombat 11?
I did want to talk about. I didn't see any gameplay at E3. Wasn't really presenting it, at least from what I saw. But the Kill la Kill fighting game,
Okay, yeah.
is I'm super stoked on that. I'm really hyped that they're.
So have you looked into it?
I saw a couple gameplay videos.
So, but the story, so it's the story it's following.
Yeah, it's pretty much. No, isn't it different? It takes like a separate
different,
route.
yes.
Ooh, cool,
So
good.
from what I've looked into it, it's supposed to pick up halfway through the anime.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So with
Probably just takes a different path I could have gone.
with not the main character, but her older sister. Spoiler.
Yeah, no, I got that far. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it's
Her older
Satsuki.
Yep, her older sister. Her older sister going off and being the protagonist.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So for the listeners,
she's
can you
awesome.
say what Kill la Kill is? Because I had no idea until I met you guys.
I'll let Anthony go with that one.
Kill la Kill is basically it's an anime by Studio Trigger, which is known for their like super crazy over the top animation skills. Like everything's very intricate, everything's very, very well animated. It's all on like 1s and 2s, which is like very detailed. Like you can see the motions. It's not like rotoscope, but it's like very, very kind of close to the source material. People flying all over the place. It's great, super stylistic. Highly recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it. But
It's short too, so it's not
only like 25
investing-
episodes.
You're not investing
Oh,
too much
okay.
time
Yeah.
into it.
I'm
It's
just I'm on the last one right now.
24, 25 episodes, I believe.
Yeah, it's
Cowboy
awesome.
Bebop style.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
it's
like,
good.
real
I'm waiting
quick.
for that game when they come out because they had one PS2 exclusive in Japan, but it'd be sick if they brought that back. But Kill la Kill
I
is
think it's a possibility with how anime picked up in the West. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
it's
Plus, that's
huge.
like the cool kid anime, like Cowboy Bebop. Pew, pew. But Kill la Kill is basically it's an anime about a girl who just comes into this crazy looking town. It's all like very kind of like class system style, where it's like all the poor people on the bottom, and it's like almost a tower. And at the top, it's like this high school that everybody goes to. And they use these special things at the high school called Goku uniforms, which are like student uniforms they put on that basically enhance your powers and make you super strong and buff and stuff. And they have like, it's a star ranking system. There's 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star. 3 star being the highest.
Yeah, that they're the Gokus are infused with life fibers, which are these alien fibers that pretty much are clothing. They're an alien clothing that seek out to turn the whole, every planet that they go to, every life form on the planet into clothing and move on after they destroy it.
They crashed. I think it was like they crashed to Earth. Like it was basically the billion years ago when like life first came to Earth. Like they crashed. Like the Life Fiber comet crashed onto Earth and like basically clothes. Like the whole weird like mantra of the show is like clothes made humans because it's like clothes. The life fibers got into everything once the meteor hit and it like got into humans and then life fibers were pretty much the like hair on the apes back then. So it's
Wow.
like the life fibers fused with humans forced us to evolve to where we are now and then went dormant until they were reawakened at a point where human evolution had reached such a pinnacle where they're like, okay, we're going to steal all of your energy and like we're just going to take over the human race and explode the planet.
That's like the most anime sentences I've ever heard.
It's the best. And you don't
yeah.
even learn this till like I think what is it, like episode 20 of 25.
What?
Yeah.
like you don't find out this aspect of it until
Why are
Yeah.
you telling
18,
me?
20.
The show just gets I'm sorry, spoilers.
Spoilers. we call spoilers. But it does start off with the main protagonist.
It's like super shonen.
Seeking out who killed her father, and whoever killed her father used the second half of her scissor blade,
And that's
so
a
she's
huge
carrying
sword.
around this scissor blade, and she's like, "Where's the other half? If you know where this is, then you have something to do with my father's killer."
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very intense, and she is intense. She's a badass, and
Yeah. She's like pretty much the super macho like
and like,
female.
The outfits for the ladies and
Super
hair is
skimpy sailor uniforms.
super skimpy, super sexualized, but it's so dope, the fighting.
It's sick. It's like I don't even
yeah.
like the fan service turned me off at first because I was just like, oh, this is just like, and I'm perverted as fuck, but I was just like, oh man, it's just like these naked chicks fighting, which is sweet, but it's also like, oh, I wanted like an action-filled shonen, and it is, but it's like you kind of just have to look past, all like the panty shots, but it's all like tastefully done too because the way that they like frame certain scenes. There's one character, Gamaguri, who's a student, like head of the student discipline, and he's just like framed in every shot he's framed is huge. He's just like towering over everybody.
he's
If they're
so
all in a room
fucking
together,
disciplined.
he's like over everybody.
and he's so disciplined too. Like he's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm the head of the disciplinary committee.
He's like righteous good. Or yeah, he's
Yep.
like totally like straight righteous
but
good.
it's all about his willpower. Like his main thing is his willpower is what makes him that strong.
He's also a masochist. He loves getting hurt. He's like, "Oh yeah, whip me." Mm.
Huh.
It's you got to check it out. It's a
yeah,
great
you do.
show. It goes
You
from
do.
like straight up shonen like tournament arc to like crazy like life fibers save the planet like wow.
Yeah, like shit's going down.
Crap.
Everybody's gonna die.
Yeah, exactly.
Word. So that's Kill la Kill. I think it's on Hulu.
Yes, it is.
Yep,
Yes, it is.
Crunchyroll, Hulu, not on Netflix anymore. Used to
Actually,
be.
it is back on Netflix.
Oh, they did? Ooh.
They just brought it back, I think, last week.
Sweet.
Wow, so it's everywhere.
Yep,
Dubbed
it's
and
everywhere.
subbed, so whatever you prefer.
It's an anime podcast now.
Anime cast. But check, the Kill la Kill fighting game, it follows, like you're saying, it splits off the plot.
I think it's
I'm
going to have
excited.
7 characters.
Yep.
So not a deep character roster, but then again, the anime is only 24 episodes,
Yeah.
so it's not too many characters to work with.
But the characters that they do have, like, they have 2 forms of the main character Ryoko. They have
Yep.
2 forms of Satsuki.
Yep.
They've got like 2 or 3 different forms of like the Elite Fours, like Satsuki, the main antagonist.
The marks, the perfect marks, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Mark
the Goku
3.
uniform marks. Yeah,
Yep.
the different versions of those, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because they kind of gotta, use whatever they have since it's only 25 episodes. But that'll be cool.
So
It
I
looks
think
great.
That one's definitely going to be nice. I think that one, I'm going to enjoy it when
Looks
it
the
comes
same
out. I'm
style.
going to pick it up. Yep.
Same.
Word. So it's been a little bit of a ragtag episode. We don't have our producer here. We didn't have as detailed of an outline as we usually do, but we appreciate you guys sticking with us. We're
Thank
about
you.
to go work on some Mortal Kombat 11 content for your ass.
Yeah, so check it out. Make sure, this episode was short, but we're also producing that extra bit of content for this week. So
Yeah, next week we'll be back with NES homework, back with video, back with a
one-
little more structure.
The one time I do my homework.
Yep, I know, right? Every week someone does their homework or nobody does it, and they're like, "Why?"
I fucking did my homework, and
I
we
did.
haven't talked about NES homework in like 2 weeks.
So what, Super Bomb Jacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just gonna go
Real
through and
quick,
play
what'd
them
you
all.
think?
It was good. I was just so fucking confused.
What level did you get to?
I was in the second level, like halfway through. I was just very confused about what the hell.
You just got to get
Did
all
anything
get,
did.
get all the items.
Yeah, but I was like, because you as you change color, like you could press, what is it, B or something, like, and then you could just run through with the items instead of the chest instead of jumping on them. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little
You have to get
confusing.
into it. Like, so I was very like, now when I got that aspect to it, I was like, wait a second. As you pick up the power ups, if you press the B and you change the color of your outfit, you do extra things. Or you could
pretty
run
cool.
through the chest instead of having to jump on it to open it.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So that gives you a whole another. Once you go back to it and now you know that, it'll give you like a whole.
I
nother
got to
thing,
level
like, so-
5, so I was.
Oh, without that, look at that, just
Yeah.
straight up, just not even using power ups.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so definitely use the power ups. You might even get further.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, thanks again, guys. This has been the Level With You show. Peace.
Check you out.
Bye.